Hey, y'all, welcome to the Blue Plate Special. Oh, yeah. It is real live music right here in beautiful downtown Knoxville, Tennessee, and we're hanging out here inside of Visit Knoxville for the Blue Plate Special. You can feel free to come join us or slide on over to the WDVX Facebook or YouTube channels where you can watch it streaming live. Well, he used to be a proprietor here on downtown Knoxville on Gay Street, and still working back in that direction a little bit. Got a lot of things going on with this guy we'll chat about here in just a minute. Y'all give a great big welcome to Matt Morelock back to the Blue Plate Special.
When Red called me a couple days ago and said, well, we had Taylor Swift booked for the Blue Plate Special on Monday, but apparently she's going to be busy on Sunday night somewhere else. I said, well, I'll just pack up a banjo and come downtown and do my best Taylor Swift impersonation. But I think she's got it out for you, folks. I really do. You could tell in her beady little eyes she's gonna destroy this country one perfectly written pop song at a time. So, if you tuned in expecting a perfectly written pop song or Taylor Swift, I apologize. All I've got is a banjo. Had a little cider last night, a little night before, sir. Going back tomorrow night to get a little more, sir. Patty, won't you have some? Patty, won't you drink some? Patty, won't you have some good old cider? And remember John Hartford used to say, Granny, won't you smoke some? Granny, won't you smoke some? Granny, won't you smoke some marijuana? This one also says, you be the horse, I'll be the rider, going downtown to get a little cider. I like to switch it around. I'll be the horse, you be the rider, going downtown to get a little cider. Patty, won't you have some? Patty, won't you drink some? Patty, won't you have good old cider? Patty, won't you have some? Patty, won't you drink some? Patty, won't you have some good old cider?
It's Matt Morelock with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. That's a pretty banjo you got there, man.
Isn't
Why
it
don't you
neat?
tell us about that?
Well, this is a banjo that does not belong to me. It belongs to my friend Mike Oberst, who plays in a band called the Tillers. And he came to me. I like to restore old banjos for people. And he came to me and he said, for some reason, this thing won't stay in tune, and it hasn't for years. And I said, well, I can't tell with how good your band is. Look up the Tillers if you're out there in Radio Land. I took the banjo and I tested it and I twisted the neck a little bit, and it twisted a lot, like it shouldn't twist at all. So I took the strings off and I twisted the neck again. The whole neck came off. The neck hadn't been glued on in this banjo for about 60 years, I believe. And it was just held on by the strings. So I fixed it up for him and lent him my banjo. Mind you, Mike Oberst lives in Cincinnati, Ohio. And I've neglected to remember that that's not close to Knoxville. And so for the last 4 months, he's had my even better banjo while I am now playing on his. So that's, and the little design that's on the head is specifically for the people listening on the radio. Yeah.
So you, we were talking a little bit earlier. Big Ears is coming up very
is.
soon.
And I've realized too that a lot of people don't know what big ears means. So you say big ears is coming up, that sounds kind of weird to folks who don't know what it is.
I think most people, especially in this area, know what Big Ears is. But it is a music festival. I would call it. It started out more eclectic. It's
pretty dang eclectic.
It's very eclectic, but it's also, becoming more genre inclusive, I believe. Seeing a lot more bluegrass and
Yeah.
other kinds of genres being mixed in there. So, what's your new role with Big Ears?
I've been involved as a performer in past years and hosting stages and running stages. And this year they called me to help with a really neat program called City Songs, where it's my job to find extraordinary young talent in East Tennessee and link them up with internationally known festival performers for a collaborative project that's going to culminate in music videos and some involvement with the festival. And it's been a joy getting out to work with these children and their teachers and finding new communities and community centers that I didn't know about. And they didn't know about the festival either, and it's so neat hipping all these kids and their teachers to all the wild stuff that the folks at Big Ears are bringing to Knoxville. If you don't know, it's the third weekend in March, and it takes over the city. I think 75% of the people that buy tickets to the event aren't even from Knoxville, and of those, a good half aren't even from the United States. It's a wild event, and I think there's like 300 performers. Most of the bands have names you can't even pronounce. And it changes this town, I think, for the better for that weekend, a real inclusive, wild atmosphere. So check out Big Ears, and we'll let you know more about City Songs as it gets a little closer, Red. Thank you for asking about that.
Matt also teaches music lessons. He's still playing with the Bearded, which will be playing this Friday at Suttrie's, just right up the street. And also on Saturday over in Tellico, they'll be playing.
Tellico Plains, yep. It's going to be great.
And also, he'll be headed out next week on the road with Ferd.
Yeah, my old buddy Ferd. Oh, boy. I fly into New York City. If anybody knows who Ferd is, look up ferdband.com. There's a heck of a tour coming up with one of the wildest cats in the world, and I have the great fortune of getting to play music with him. We'll be playing a couple of times in New York City, and I'll burning a trail from New York to Buffalo and back through the end of February. So if you're in New York or know anybody that is and they like rowdy banjo and fiddle music that borderlines on too rowdy, come on up.
Ferd Band. All right, y'all can shake and howdy with him afterwards, and
just shake,
chat
no howdy.
it up, chat it up with him. Yeah, this is Matt Morelock on the WDVX Blue Play special.
Thank you. This I'm going to do another tune on this same banjo, and then for those of you here watching, I brought several banjos, but I got this one out. I'm going to leave it out because I'm pretty sure my buddy Phil's listening, also known as Strip Mall Ballads, and he showed me this next tune, and it's one of my favorite story songs to sing. That's it. It's called Knife. Went out last night, crawling and creeping. Went out last night, crawling and creeping. Went out last night, crawling and creeping. I spied a young maiden, snoring and sleeping. Lay your leg over me, dear. And oh, my pretty monarch, I'll come to bed to you. Oh, my pretty monarch, I'll come to bed to you. Oh, my pretty monarch, I'll come to bed to you. She snored and replied, come to bed to me. Lay your leg over me, dear. Your pants are too tight, I cannot undo them. Your pants are too tight, I cannot undo them. Pants are too tight, I cannot undo them. She snored and replied,
take a knife to them. Lay your leg over me, dear. Pants was gone down. Oh, no, actually. He said, well, I haven't owned a knife since I could remember. I haven't owned a knife since I could remember. I haven't owned a knife since I could remember. She snored and replied, there's one in the window. Lay your leg over me, dear. The knife was got down, the pants was cut under. The knife was got down, the pants was cut under. The knife was got down, the pants was cut under. And they went at it like lightning and thunder. Lay your leg over me, dear. In about 9 months, that maid fell a-weeping. In about 9 months, maid fell a-weeping. In about 9 months, maid fell a-weeping. Then she remembered the snoring and creeping. Lay your leg over me, dear. But a child it was born was an awful wonder. Child it was born was an awful wonder. Child it was born was an awful wonder. That it wasn't killed by the lightning and thunder. Lay your leg over me, dear. Went out last night, crawling and creeping. Went out last night, crawling and creeping. Went out last night, crawling and creeping. Spied a young maiden, snoring and sleeping. Lay your leg over me, dear. Thank you. That was a tune called Knife from Strip Mall Ballads, who will be coming to Knoxville soon. And if you're not in Knoxville and you're listening elsewhere, look up Strip Mall Ballads, a.k.a. Phil, who is one of my personal favorite banjo players and songwriters. He showed me that one. That song, Knife, about crawling and creeping and the stuff that happens when crawling and creeping is found. I usually follow that song with a tune of my composition called That Vasectomy is Looking Better Every Day. But I told Red, I promised I wouldn't sing it on account of the third verse. And if you want to hear it here in the room, once we're not on the radio, I might sing it for you because it's a masterpiece, really, of something. I've switched banjos for those of you who are listening on the radio to an old 1910 Slingerland 6-string banjo, meaning it's a banjo body with a guitar neck on it. And that means just about as much or as little as you want it to.
But I promised I would describe the banjos to a few of my banjo dork friends who are listening on the radio who can't see what's happening here. So there you go, nerds. I had to look up these lyrics because I realized that this song that we all are going to sing together is not a happy song in its original form. I changed it a little, and we're all going to sing it together. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I woke, dear, I was mistaken, and I hung my head and I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. So the Pine Ridge Boys recorded this song originally in 1939. Very, very sad time for country music. Lots of songs about heartbreak, cheating, and killing each other on account of both. And I play weddings a lot. I don't know why anybody would want to hire a banjo player who sings about vasectomies to play at their wedding, but I do. I got a good one called Shoulda Read the Prenup. But they request this song, and I stop and I say, listen, bride X, I know you want me to sing this song, but the second verse says, you told me once, dear, you really love me, and nothing else could come between. But now you've left me for another, and you shattered all of my dreams. Damn, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. I mean, it's sad. I'll always love you and make you happy. Sounds good so far. If you only do the same. Okay, I'm down with that. But if you leave me for another, you'll regret it all someday. God, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. Oh my God, look at that dog. We're live on the radio right now, man, but I got to tell you, that is a beautiful dog. And visit Knoxville, the downtown Knoxville Visitor Center is a place where you can bring your dog to do whatever you're getting ready to do in the bathroom back there. Good luck. Let's sing that last one. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. I mean, yeah, you can clap. Jeez, Red? That's like when people also at their wedding, they ask for the Tennessee Waltz. And I'm like, it's not just about the chorus, y'all. I mean, that's like a song about the exact thing you don't want to happen at your wedding.
Have you never heard sad songs? Excuse me, sad songs make me happy.
Yes, yeah, Sarah Perkle wrote that song.
Sometimes people just like a sad song.
I
You know,
mean,
right now
you
is a
can
good time for me just to mention support for the WDVX Blue Plate special comes from listeners just like yourselves from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, the Tennessee Arts Commission, Visit Knoxville, Downtown Knoxville, and of course Barley's in the Old City, home of the Big Plate. This Friday, Florencia and The Feeling will be with us on the Big Plate. You can find more information at WDVX.com. Matt Morelock's here with us today, y'all, playing some banjo tunes.
Yes, he is. I am. Thank you. You can find me online at, where is it? Matt Morelock, my name. Or there's the business I incorporated during COVID quarantine when musicians didn't have anything to do to pay for their groceries. And like my father and my grandfather before me, I ain't gonna take that unemployment check. So I started a company called Matt Morelock's Reluctant Pandemic Handyman and Discount Vasectomy Service. Lots of calls for the former, only one for the latter. He regretted it. I guess I'll tune this. We'll do a song about heartbreak because You Are My Sunshine just got me in the mood. Red is like my big sister, really. She knows more about me and my heart and the way that my brain works than just about anybody else. And I love her. So how about a hand for your host, Red Hickey? This song is not about Red. Started out, man, as a little bitty friendship. Soon got bumped to a full-time job. No, you never knew, but you sometimes sensed it. Thought it'd be right, but it turned out wrong. Oh, the river moved along, gotta know what to hold to. But the boat that we built didn't float that good. On, move along, get along like I told you. What I hope that we do wasn't what we should. And you will break my heart again. I don't think we can be friends. What we had stopped making sense. And you will break my heart again. I'm a little bitty boy in a big man body. Just a few gray hairs and a couple more years. But my soul and my heart is a little bitty baby. And when a hurt comes down, can't hide the tears. Friend come along like you, gotta hold tight. Never know happened when you let that in. But my body got excited and it just felt so right. Now my heart's getting ready for it all to end. You will break my heart again. I don't think we can be friends. What we had stopped making sense. You will break my heart again. You can leave, I can stay. There's not much here for you to stick around for anyway. You take the dogs, I'll keep the tools. We'll split up the tears. I'm such a fool. Yeah, you will break my heart again. And I don't think we can be friends. What we had stopped making sense. You will break my heart again. Thanks. Thank you. I got yet another banjo to introduce you to. Is that okay, Red?
Yes.
Okay. You look like you're getting ready to. Oh, she gave me the two more songs, so we're going to do Jimi Hendrix's version of the Star Spangled Banner, full Woodstock duration, and a Rachmaninoff piece. Not Sergei Rachmaninoff, but my transmission mechanic, Kyle Rachmaninoff. Ooh, I don't know. Let's see. This is another banjo. This one was built right here in Knoxville by David Ball and John Phillips in conjunction. John makes beautiful knives under Phillips Forged is the name of that. If you like a really nice knife or pictures of beautiful things, find Phillips Forged on the internet. Him and David teamed up to form the Almanac Banjo Company here in Knoxville, Tennessee. And they're buddies of mine, and they asked me to design a custom banjo for that's my perfect banjo that I want. So I told them the dimensions. They built this banjo, and it came out perfect. And I'm like, God, this is a great company. These guys are going to do great. And so they ended up not continuing with the company. So this is the only Almanac Banjo Company banjo that I know of. Some people ask me where they can get one. I ask them to show me their stock portfolio. Let's do the. Yeah, I'm just gonna play some instrumental tunes. I put fat strings on this banjo and tune it real low. That's why it's got that nice low sound to it. Most of you just don't care. but I promised banjo-specific notes for the banjo nerds in the audience, both on radio and in the room. So the rest of you can just deal with it.
It's Matt Morelock with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. We're going to get one more tune from Maddie today, but before we do that, Wendell Warner's going to be with us tomorrow. This month it's Black History Month, and he's going to come do some songs from Black composers. And so join us again tomorrow for another Blue Plate Special. You can always just go to our website at WDVX.com and click there. And we'll link you over to the artist websites so you can find out a little bit more about them as well. Again, The band, one of the bands Matt plays in, The Bearded, will be playing at Setry's Friday evening
Yeah.
and in Tellico on Saturday. And then you folks up in the New York area, he's headed up that way next week with Ferd, so fair warning on that.
Yeah, man, we get to play at Cafe Wah, which is a legendary venue. It's where like Bob Dylan got his start in New York, and Jimi Hendrix played his first gig, and they're just starting to do traditional music concerts again there. It's in the basement in Greenwich Village in this great, gritty, wonderful club. I'm excited about that one.
All right, sounds like fun. Shaking howdy with him afterwards. He says no howdying, but you know, it's
Howdy.
he can't help but howdy.
You
But
can shake or howdy. Can't do both.
you might just want to run after the show. That's okay too. We're gonna get one last tune here from Matt Morelock on the Blue Plate Special.
Well, if you're still tuned in after the beginning of the show and everything that's happened between then and now, I made a promise at the beginning to Red, because she did have Taylor Swift booked for today's Blue Plate, but she had to go and win a Grammy last night. And she's plotting, I think she's plotting with probably, who's she plotting with? Because apparently her and her football boyfriend, they're going to take the country down somehow. I don't know, nobody's really described it to me yet, but I don't plan on doing that. So I'm glad I'm here and not her, but I think she did make a really good point about people like that make up dumb, mean things about other people for no real reason. And she says, "You, with your words like knives and your swords and your weapons that you use against me, you got me off of my feet again. Got me feeling like I'm nothing. You, with your voice like nails on a chalkboard, calling me out when I'm wounded. You, picking on the weaker man. Well, you can take me down with just one single blow. And you don't know that someday I'll be living in a big old city, and all you're ever gonna be is me. Someday I'll be big enough so you can't hit me, and all you're ever gonna be is me. You, with your switching sides and your wildfire lies and your humiliation, you are pointing out my flaws again, as if I don't already see them. I walk with my head down, trying to block you out, 'cause I never impress you. I just wanna feel okay again. Bet you got pushed around, somebody made you cold, but the cycle ends right now, and you can't lead me down that road. You don't know that someday I'll be living in a big old city, and all you're ever gonna be is me. Yeah, someday I'll be big enough so you can't hit me, and all you're ever gonna be is me. Why you gotta be so mean? that's usually when I stop singing that song. Because really, while I love Tay, the rest of the song is kind of mean. She's not perfect. I'd like to thank y'all for staying tuned to the radio today, despite all the banjo and bad jokes. I'd like to encourage you to contribute to WDVX because it is a listener-supported radio station. And without radio stations like this, guys like me would not have microphones attached to radios by which to entertain you. Thanks.
Matt Morelock, y'all join us again next time for more real live music on the Blue Plate Special.